On a burning summer morning, the sea around Malta turned black with sails. Hundreds of ships appeared on the horizon. Drums echoed across the water. The greatest empire of its age had come for one thing: this island. There would be no negotiations, no mercy. Malta was meant to disappear. In the 16th century, Malta was not powerful because of its size, but because of its position. Sitting at the heart of the Mediterranean, Malta controlled the sea routes between Europe, North Africa, and the Ottoman East. Trade, war fleets, pilgrims, and treasure ships all passed within reach of its harbors. Whoever ruled Malta ruled the sea. And Malta was ruled not by kings, but by warrior monks. They were the Knights Hospitaller, also known as the Knights of St. John. Once they had defended Jerusalem, once they ruled Rhodes. But the rise of the Ottoman Empire crushed the old Crusader world. The knights were driven from fortress to fortress, hunted across the Mediterranean, until finally, in 1530, they were given Malta. Not because it was valuable, but because it was exposed. Malta was poor, dry, barely defensible. The knights accepted it anyway, and they transformed the island into stone and steel. The knights carried with them the shadow of an older order, the Knights Templar. The Templars had been erased decades earlier, destroyed by kings who feared their power. But their traditions lived on: discipline, secrecy, absolute devotion. The Hospitallers inherited this mindset. If the world came to destroy them, they would meet it behind walls. In the spring of 1565, the storm arrived. Under Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottoman Empire launched one of the largest invasions the Mediterranean had ever seen. More than 40,000 soldiers landed on Malta. The defenders numbered fewer than 9,000 knights, soldiers, civilians, and slaves. There would be no reinforcements. There would be no escape. This moment would become known as the Great Siege of Malta. The Ottomans believed Malta would fall in days. Instead, it turned into a nightmare. Cannons shattered the limestone walls. Fortresses collapsed. The air filled with smoke, disease, and screams. When one fort finally fell, its defenders were crucified and their bodies sent floating back toward the island, a warning. The knights answered by executing prisoners and firing their heads back from cannons. This was not a battle of armies, it was a battle of endurance. Every street became a killing ground. Every breach was sealed with bodies. As summer dragged on, the impossible happened. Disease spread through the Ottoman camps. Supplies ran low, morale collapsed. And then, sails appeared on the horizon. European reinforcements had finally arrived. In September 1565, the Ottoman army withdrew. A small island had stopped the strongest empire on earth. The balance of power in the Mediterranean shifted forever. From the ruins of the siege rose a new city, Valletta. Built as the ultimate fortress, Valletta was designed for war. Straight streets for musket fire, massive bastions, walls meant to defy time itself. Malta entered its golden age, wealthy, feared, and respected. Empires rose and fell. The knights eventually left. Cannons fell silent. But Malta endured, a reminder that history does not always belong to the largest army, but to those who refuse to surrender.